Hey everyone, it's your boy Nero here, and today we've got something very special. I'm going to be looking at the upcoming changes in this video, looking at Arena for the upcoming Big Patch, which is due to drop on February 19th. So I'm just in the public test server, which has just gone live, and booted up the game. So let's jump into the changes. So there's some real big changes coming this patch, and I guess this page shows an overview. So one of the first things, movement speed increase, something the community has been asking for a long time. All champs have received a movement speed gain ranging from 10 to 14% depending on the champion. So this is a pretty big change actually. Way back in early access, there was another patch that increased the movement speed, and that was only by 6%. So it's another big increase to movement speed here. Overload is a new mechanic. When one of your allies dies, you get an overload charge, which is basically kind of like X Factor in Marvel vs. Capcom, was one of those types of abilities. In your sort of last-ditch effort, you get a boost to damage and healing, cooldown, reduction, and move speed, but you also take more damage as a result. So it'll be interesting to try that out. And the Armory. Items in Battlerite. Not a MOBA though, right? So you get equipment and consumables. Equipment have sort of constant passive effects. Usually with some kind of bonus trigger as well. Consumables are, activated abilities. Kind of like, you can think of them like extra abilities that everyone has access to. There's also the Battle Pass. Finally, something good to spend our money on in game. So this is a new kind of progression system. Quests now give you these battle stars, which go towards leveling up the Battle Pass. There's new quests as well, new season quests, so no more boring play X range champion for 4 games, all that kind of stuff. We've got some actually interesting quests to do now. And season level. So season level replaces account level now as well. And so instead of leveling up your account, you level up your season level, and instead of earning silver chests as a reward for leveling up your account, you earn stars for leveling up your season level now. New and unique rewards. So this is some of the things coming in the Battle Pass. New type of cosmetic, pets. I'm not too bothered about those, to be honest, but it's pretty cool. Get a nice little cat. Fun fact, this cat here is called Flower. It's based on Liz, the community manager's pet cat. And the premium Battle Pass. Alright. Let's jump into it. Ooh, Battle Pass. Hell yeah. Right, let's I'm gonna upgrade. So because this is on the test server, I've just got a bunch of premium currency and everything. I'm gonna upgrade. Let's just unlock everything. By tiers. Gems. Claim. 24 items unlocked. Got silver chest, avatar, chest. Varesh weapons. Oh, that's cool. Like, his kind of silhouette is blacked out and it just shows the weapons highlighted. Avatars, chests. New mount, frog lizard. So this is kind of the first tier of the frog.
Can't wait to try these out.
New pose for Lucy. Taking inspiration from Xander, I see. Got some pets. Chester.
I love the smell of sulfur.
rabbit-themed crossbow. New emote. The old guitar emote.
Please do interrupt.
Spear for Shifu. That looks pretty cool. Doggos.
I love
The
smell of
Lucy skin.
chemistry.
To go with the rest of her. Oh yeah, and look, see. So now looking at the outfit is highlighted and the weapons are grayed out. That's a nice, interesting change, to be honest. Right. And now let's just unlock the rest of the tiers. Spend all of our gems.
Interesting
got
shapes all around me.
new post for Alicia.
You click rabbit eye.
Look at those hips, boy. Damn, son. King of the Frogs. New post for Croak. Piggy Pets. Porky.
You click rabbit eye speed.
Oh, okay. Are they different? They're different tunes. So you have different guitar emotes that play different tunes.
You click eye croak.
Kermit weapons. Mittens. Kitty cat. Here's the next tier for the mount. Noble frog lizard. Avatar. Dance. Twist. Emote. And I don't know if you can see here, on the radio, it actually says Ivers. It's Ivers radio. Sparky. Bork.
You heard of
And the new outfit for Croak. Classic Ranid costume from BLC. Right, how far are we? Let's keep going by the rest of the tiers. 10 more.
That
With
Baco
30.
fella sure looks fine.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so it shows you what tier level you'll be at when you buy it. That's good.
I'd choose you too.
A bacon tournament? Sign me up!
New weapon for Rook.
That Baco
New weapon for
fella
Iva.
sure looks fine.
More emotes. Dumb Piggy. Rupert. Fairy Avatar. Here's Flower. Another tune on the guitar. Super Doggo. Pet.
Want a good time? Then I'm the one for
And
you.
let's get the last few. This one.
I'm like a fine wine.
That
get
which is arcane to them. is
Just
part
a
of
weapon
me.
for Xander. Pig with makeup. Okay. Look at his little mustache. And the last tier, the legendary frog mount. Look at that. Alright. So that's
I'm like a fine wine.
the battle pass all leveled up. And so there's a free tier and a premium tier. So let's have a look. On the free tier you get chest, avatar, chest. You get the weapons for Varesh, avatar,
Somewhere out
Pose.
there, I will find the perfect motif.
weapon
I
for
am your
Rook,
choice. Good taste.
and that's it. So you get a few bits in the free tier, you know, some weapons, some avatars, some chests, but you know, the good stuff is in the premium tier. So I just bought all those tiers to unlock, but obviously, normally you would earn these stars, which level up the tiers
Potions
just
are
by
not
playing
made for drinking.
normally and
They're
doing
made for
quests.
throwing.
So I think the premium battle pass is pretty good value. To upgrade from the free to premium is 950 gems,
I
which
love the
is
smell of
like
alchemy.
€9 50 or so. Yeah, you know, less than $10. And as you can see, you earn
Love the smell of chemistry.
gems, the premium currency, through leveling up the tiers anyway. So you can earn a total of 600 gems if you complete the battle pass, which you can then put towards next season's pass. So it will only cost, you know, $3 instead of 10, which is pretty good value for all of these cool skins and boosts and pets, avatars. It's all good stuff. I'm pleased with that. So let's have a look at some of the new quests. So new daily quests deal 5,000 damage. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And again, you can see, so you still get your coin rewards, but also your season battle pass tier stars, battle stars, I think they're called. So those go towards leveling up your battle pass tier. Enemies with 5 melee attacks without missing a melee attack in between in 4 matches. Okay, so you need to hit 5 attacks in a row without missing in 4 different matches. Strike a killing blow in 2 matches. Okay, that's pretty cool. Season quests. So again, these have bigger rewards to level up your season pass, and I guess they're meant to be sort of longer term. Oh, and they're split by week as well. So okay, each week in the season, that unlocks new quests that you can work towards to earn more stars. And the seasons are planned to last around 10 weeks. Sometimes they shift it a couple of weeks here or there when they get close, but that looks like it's the current plan, 10 weeks. Event, and that's just the lunar event, and then all the... Don't think there's any new achievements. Kind of a quick look. No, it seems to be the same. Okay, so new daily quest is cool. New season quests is cool. Battle Pass is cool. It's all looking good so far. So now let's actually jump into a game. Let's go League. Ooh. Oh yeah, so brand new, highly requested, well, not brand new, it used to be in the old UI, but highly requested feature. You can now see your allies in the lobby, and you can spin them, you can see their skins, you can see their pets. Actually, that's a good point. Let's go to the collection. Champions. I'm going to start out with Croak. So let's equip a pet. Enough. Let's go Flower. The pet, we got a new mount, Frog Lizard level 1. Frog Lizard 2. And then the legendary one actually has some recolors as well that you can buy with coins. Let's get that one. Looks pretty cool. Poses. Definitely equip that new one, and gotta have his new skin as well, haven't we? The Frog King. Oh. So as well as all of the movement speed increases, overload mechanics, battle pass, there's also a load of balance changes along with that. So the gist of the balance changes is, you know, everyone got their move speed increase and also health reduced slightly. Generally, projectile speeds have been increased as well. And some of the AoE areas and hit delays have been tweaked. A couple of champions have been hit more than others in terms outside of things like movement speed and projectile speed. One of them being my boy Croak. They've reworked his M1 and changed it to the Royale version, which personally I'm not a fan of. I don't like playing Croak in Royale, even though he's my main in Arena. So I'm very skeptical of his M1 rework for this game, but I'll try it out nonetheless. Older had a few extra changes, so things like his dehydration M1 right doesn't weaken enemy damage anymore, it only affects the healing. The what was it called? The bonus damage when you consume Time Bomb with E was moved to an M1 right. So, you know, a lot of people were taking both M1 rights and then also that what was it called? Time Burst right, which you can't do anymore since you can only have 2 rights on each ability at a time. Who else? Sirius had a few changes. His M1 was buffed and some of the power taken out of his rights that were commonly pretty much must pick for most people. Try a few buffs or like fixes for ultimate. I won't get too much into all the balance changes. We should be getting patch notes by the end of this week. So before the 19th, certainly that's when the patch is. But let's have a look. So I'm going to play Croak, my boy Croak. You can see your pose in the lobby now as well. That's pretty cool. And your pet, no mount. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, the other thing. Some of the maps have had little updates. So I think Mariko Summit have had explosive barrels added. So there's kind of, you know, interactive elements to a couple of the maps now. Mariko Summit have explosive barrels, and I think it's Skyring Day and Night have jump pads. So, you know, they're taking a few things from Royale, a bit of inspiration from Royale. Definitely not as volatile or sort of RNG based as Royale, and that's, you know, I've seen a lot of complaints about the Armory, what they've added, you know, adding items in the Armory and equipment is just bringing sort of RNG and elements from Royale when, you know, Arena is supposed to be completely 100% skill based. But from what I can see, the Armory isn't. There's no unpredictiveness. There's no RNG elements whatsoever in any of the consumables or equipment. It still very much will be a skill-based game, I think. And I'm interested. I'm excited to try out the Armory and see what new crazy builds you can do with the equipment and consumables. There we go. Right. Let's get into it. Oh, actually, I need to look at the key bindings. Right, well, let's see how this goes. So we have to pick our rights and... rights and the Armory over there. Okay. So what do we want on that? That. So Windwalkers. When your ultimate is ready, your movement speed is increased by 10, bonus move speed 7. So I think this is going to be really strong with Croak, like super fast move speed. Tello's Quick Blade. Every 15 seconds, your primary ability deals 8 bonus damage. Inflicts Fading Snare. Heart of Battlepass. When you fall below 50% health, you become invulnerable for 3 seconds, and you get bonus health as a passive. We'll look at the rest
So exciting!
next round. So also, you choose
One, fight.
an ability. Oh, look at the pets! Meow.
Good job, Maxwell!
Ultimate ready. Hey, please.
Ah, gotcha!
Ultimate ready.
Whoa, he had the air thing? Oh yeah, look, so there's the
Death
what they call it,
vortex approaching.
air jump.
Your team won the orb.
Ultimate ready.
Alright.
Round lost.
A worthy feat.
So what was I saying? Yeah. So each round you start fresh in terms of your armory. So the first round I bought the Windwalkers, which I don't know, it didn't seem, it's not super noticeable how much quicker you're going. Let's go Vampiric Potion. Oh, okay. And Amarilla's Ward.
3,
50%
2,
from
1,
shards
fight.
and bonus healing.
Ultimate ready. Special delivery.
Your team won the orb.
Natural Fury!
Ultimate ready. Move you.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Let's take the jump. The aiming feels
Team claimed the orb.
slightly weird.
Special delivery.
Like, I don't know whether it's because the move speed.
Is incoming.
Oh, I know why. It's because, yeah. It's because I had the
Your team won the orb.
cam. Oh, overload. There it is. Okay, that's a pretty cool visual.
Good birdie!
So overload is by default bound to T, I think. And consumables were 1 and 2 by the looks of it. But I used to have
I can't wait to tell stories about today!
EX abilities bound to 1 and 2. So they're on 3 and 4, and consumables on 1 or 2. I might change that. Overload on T. Yeah, I'll need to Channel his blade every 15 seconds. Oh god, it's too quick. I'll have to look to see if there's a way.
3,
So we got grappling
2,
hook,
1,
umbrella, and
fight.
boots of speed. Or windwalkers, sorry. Fuck.
Your team won the orb.
Ultimate ready.
There's okay. Yeah, there's now I've got my ult ready. I can feel I'm super fast. Jesus.
Seen better.
Cut!
It's the overload.
Ultimate ready.
The death vortex is in. Your team claimed the orb.
Taste this.
Oh, I missed. Damn it.
Enemy team won the orb.
Okay.
Round lost.
So after round 3, so each round so round 1 you can pick one equipment or item, consumable. Round 2 you can pick 2. Round 3 and every round after that you can pick 3 still. So let's go Jolt, Wind, and Vampiric. Let's give those a go. So Jolting Amulet. After using your ultimate, regain 25% energy, bonus 10% increased energy gain from everything. So kind of like inspiration right for everyone.
3, 2, 1.
Vampiric Potion, drink to increase the damage output by 20%, gain 50% life leech for 6 seconds.
Enemy team won the orb.
Ultimate ready. Cut!
Your team won the orb.
Ready.
Limitless growth!
Ah, you're done.
No.
Enemy team won the orb.
Special delivery.
The death vortex is incoming.
So that was my overload charge gone.
Enemy team won the orb.
Fuck.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Move you.
You need to get up on my account. Oh wait, you can't.
Okay, I need to play with my controls. 1 second. Let's try
I am of dusk and dawn.
Sirius. Okay. So one of the changes of Sirius is his petrify radius has been increased. Oh god. That one. Let's do this. So Champion's Blade every 15 seconds, primary ability heals you. An excess is turned into a shield. Amarillas receive 50% healing from shards and 12% passive. Crown, begin the round with a shield. Look at that. Jolting Amulet, after using ultimate, regain 25% energy and increase energy gain. Void Reaper, whenever an ally dies, gain 20% damage.
Starlight, guide us.
My sword is ready.
Let's keep going.
Smash, crush, and
3,
destroy!
2, 1, fight.
Look at my shield. See, there's one of the barrels. There it is.
Your team won the orb.
Limitless growth!
I will honor your struggle.
Ultimate's ready.
This is a strong one.
Iron Moon and Star.
The death vortex is incoming.
There's a few explosive barrels, it seems. Kind of map hazards,
Round
which
one.
is
A fine
Interesting.
Battlerite.
so. What should we take next? Whenever an ally player dies, dealing damage to an enemy reduces their healing received. That seems pretty good.
Stars shine upon us.
And let's go with Rocket Booster. Let's try that out. So now he's got the Crown of Power,
2, 1, fight.
and you can see what they've picked up near their rights as well. So you know what the enemy's got, like you do with their rights. Oops.
Your team claimed the orb.
Oh man, keeping track of like consumables and items and everything is really weird now.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Time to finish this!
I'm not sorry. Can't catch me.
Oh, that was a bad overload.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
It definitely feels like consumables are extra EX abilities
Vortex is incoming.
that you have to sort of know when to use. to get the most value out of them.
Round lost.
I will get stronger and save my father.
So finally, let's try Vampiric. Let's go Champion's Blade and what was that? Timestone Pendant. No. Oh, damn it! I didn't want that. So Timestone Pendant. Every 15 seconds, your cooldowns are reduced by 1 second
2,
each,
1, fight.
and a passive cooldown bonus. So that little indicator shows when I've got my sort of internal cooldown thing going.
Your team won the orb.
Good birdie.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Ultimate blade!
Natural fury.
I can't save you.
Wait, what?
Enemy team won the orb. The death vortex is incoming.
Ultimate ready. The light and dark.
Enemy team won the orb.
I will honor your struggle.
Round
Where
lost.
where does it show
I'm good
the
at this.
overload? How many overload charges you have? Let's go Chance Blade. Let's go Crown, and let's go Rabbit. Let's try Rabbit. So Rabbit Potion sounds OP as hell. Drink to break out of any negative effect and turn into a rabbit for 3 seconds. While you're a rabbit,
3,
gain 50% increased move speed and hop twice to knock enemies back.
Your team won the orb.
Good job, Maxwell.
Ultimate ready.
Enemy team won the orb.
That was a good overload. Hell yeah.
Ultimate ready.
Where is he? Where is he?
Constellations come to us.
Your team claimed the orb. The death vortex is incoming.
Smash! Smash! Oh, come on, me! The dusk.
Round one.
So overload, you know, it's a double-edged sword. When you pop it, you obviously you take increased damage.
Magnificent.
But you also... I didn't even use Revivation. Let's go... Chronometer and Champion's Blade.
Excellent.
Chronometer activate to grant nearby allies haste for 3 seconds. That doesn't seem too great. But you get 2 charges of it. So the first 3 items, the healing, salve, rock, and grappling hook, you get 3 charges. The next couple, you get 2 charges, and then the really OP ones, you only get 1 charge the whole round.
Your team won the orb.
There's the pop.
Your team claimed the orb.
Ultimate ready. I am moon and star. Reach the dust.
Your team claimed the orb. Death vortex incoming.
Time to finish this!
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Good, birdie.
Ultimate ready. The light and
Your team won the orb.
Nice.
Victory.
tonight our feast awaits.
So, okay. Oh, that's pretty interesting new... I kind of missed it last time. So you get XP, Season XP, Battle Boost. Ah, it goes away pretty quickly as well. Never mind. Oh, look at these levels. Killing Blow in 2 matches. There we go. We've got one of these cool new dailies done. Oh yeah, we can look at the sponsors. So there's 2 new sponsors. One is only available for premium pass owners. So this first one, Stewards of the Arena. Look at this epic weeb ray gun skin. Look at that big old katana. So I think this is for the free people. You got that same as normal. Diamond and Gold League sponsors and Halls of Triumph I think this one is only for the premium Battle Pass people. So Jimon gets a new skin, a little piggy, new bow, and pose with some beers. Let's go with this. What else is there to cover? I mean, it looks pretty interesting so far. I wonder if there's a way to see the... Let's go in the playground, see if you can play with the Armory and have a proper look at the... yeah, there we go. So, let's go through it properly. Telos Quick Blade. Every 15 seconds, primary ability deals 8 bonus damage, inflicts Fading Snare. So that's just kind of an internal cooldown. Bonus damage and Fading Snare. Heart of Boulder Pass. So when you fall below 50% HP, you become invulnerable for 3 seconds, triggers once per round. So in the first game we saw Pestilus had that equipped. It seems okay. It's useful if you've got sudden, you know, a big bunch of burst coming in all of a sudden, and if that would knock you down below 50% HP, then you become invulnerable, so that could mitigate it, and you get the passive 20% increase in health. Windwalkers, when your ultimate is ready, your move speed is increased by 10%. And you also have a passive of flat 7% increase as well. So I had that on Croak, and I think the baseline 7% wasn't too noticeable, even with the general move speed increases in the game already anyway. But when the ult kicks in and you get that extra 10% on top of that, then you can definitely feel it. It's like just moving with perma haste, which is quite interesting. Amarilla's Ward, you receive 50% healing from health shards and 50% energy from energy shards, and a passive flat 12% to healing received from like your supports and allies and whatever. I think this might be a sleeper pick. It seems pretty good to me. Like generally contesting the greens, you know, the health shards as they call them, is good strategy anyway. So you want to make use and really try and go for those green shards. So getting sort of a 50% bonus to that, it seems fairly decent. Champion's Blade. Every 15 seconds, your primary ability heals you for 14 health. Excess healing is converted into a shield that lasts for up to 6 seconds. So again, one of those sort of just every 15 seconds trigger this effect, and that's what the little sword indicator floating above my head. So when that's up, that means that that 15 seconds is up, and my next M1 will heal me for that bonus health. I'm not too sure about that one. 14 health every 15 seconds. I guess the excess going into a shield is pretty good, so it doesn't go to waste, but I don't know, it might be too low value. Crown of Power. Begin the round with a shield that absorbs up to 25 damage. You gain plus 15% damage and healing output while the shield lasts, and a bonus flat 5% increase to damage and healing. I think for supports, you know, especially backline supports, and I mean backline champs in general, really, this could be really good. If you sort of stay in the back and keep your shield for a long time, then you can get a big 20% damage and healing output for a decent amount of time. Jolting Amulet. After using your ultimate, regain 25% energy. Bonus, gain 10% energy from all your abilities. This seems kind of broken, to be honest. Like, Inspiration was alright for a few champs, and it was extremely good for a lot of them. So people like Varesh recently had it removed because it was too good, too frequently picked, because it gave him, you know, Varesh could ult, do those big dashes, and then immediately be able to R dash away. So there was kind of no punish after he used his ult, because he had that extra 25% energy to just R away back to safety. And now everyone can do that. So Varesh has it back. You can have it on someone like Lucy, where she can throw a goo down, which is usually for a lot of people, that's kind of an indication that, okay, Lucy has no energy. We can go on her. She won't be able to roll away. She might have shield up and barrier, but, you know, she's not going to be iframing anything. But with this now, you know, if she takes it, after she ults, free 25% energy, that's a easy roll straight away to escape from anything. So we'll see. I have to see how that plays out. I think it might be quite annoying, to be honest. Void Reaper. Whenever another player dies, you gain 20% damage output for 8 seconds. And the passive, dealing damage to an enemy reduces their healing received by 15% for 2 seconds. So I feel like the passive to this one is more important than the main effect. Reducing healing received by 15%, that's a sizable chunk. It's only for 2 seconds, but if you're sort of up in their face and M1ing them, hitting them constantly, then that's, you know, going to be a pretty constant debuff to their healing received. And then when a player dies, 20% damage output, so that's kind of you know, mini overload on a piece of equipment without taking the downside of overload, where you take increased damage as well. Timestone Pendant. Every 15 seconds, your current cooldowns are reduced by 1 second each, with the passive 5% cooldown reduction across the board. Every 15 seconds, reduce current cooldowns by 1 second. To me, that doesn't sound like a lot. I feel like generally I'm not a big fan of the sort of broad cooldown reduction things like this anyway. So Older has a right where M2ing someone reduces their current cooldowns by like 8% or something like that. And I never take that. I'm not really a fan of that right. And because I feel like my sort of internal timings of my cooldown rotations is too ingrained, and I'll miss the value generated from having this small cooldown reduction. It might help in a pinch where you're spamming space. You can see a big ability incoming. You're spamming space to try and escape, and it just comes up back off cooldown when normally it might not have done, and you'd have got hit. But I think those moments will be rare. Looking at consumables, 3 healing salves. So that, yeah, like I said, the first 3 you get 3 charges, next 3 you get 2 charges, and the final 3 you get 1 charge. And obviously if you don't use all 3 charges or any of the charges in a round, then they just go to waste and you pick again next round. So healing salve. Apply a salve that heals you for 36 health over 6 seconds, which is pretty good. That's a big heal. But taking any damage breaks the effect. So this is kind of a run away and hide to heal up for a bit, which, you know, the heal is a good amount. 6 seconds is quite a long time to wait, actually, for the full heal to come out. And also, taking damage breaks the effect, which is pretty rough. I can imagine you wouldn't get the full effect of this heal very often, to be honest. But, you know, it's only 0.1 second cast time, and you get 3 of them per round. So if you end up in a queue without a support and you feel you need extra healing, it might be good. Rock. Throw a rock. No shit. Hitting an enemy deals 5 damage, inflicts fading snare for 2 seconds, and knocks them back. So you know, if you're prone to getting jumped, if there's a melee rush comp against you and you feel like you need an extra tool to try and get people off you, to peel them off you, rocks might be good for that. And again, you know, three per round is you could be using it quite a lot. Let's test it actually. Okay, so it is quite a big knockback. And also you'll see that they do have cooldowns. So Rock has an 8-second cooldown. I can't just spam it. Healing Salve, 6-second cooldown. So you can't just spam heals. And Grappling Hook. Damn, that's pretty quick. That is super quick to come out actually and pull you. That is okay. That's better than I thought. That is a really interesting mobility consumable, I guess, for people that wouldn't necessarily be able to move around the arena that much. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And it has a super low cooldown as well, 0.5 seconds. So you can spam this to Spider-Man swing from one side of the map to the other. Meteor. Cooldown a meteor with 100 health at a target location, knocks enemies back and blocks the path for 8 seconds. So again, pretty similar to Royale. Can I equip it, please? Why isn't it letting me pick it? Okay, that seems like a bug. You know, this is the test realm. I'm bound to encounter some bugs, but that's something to report. Anyway, we just read it. So yeah, similar to the Royale Meteor, just a big path block to, again, to help get people off you if you're being collapsed on. Chronometer, activate to grant you and nearby allies 75% fading haste. So I used that in one of the games. Seemed okay. It's kind of like a big Shenrao R, where you have the sort of a big AoE effect that speeds up people, speeds up allies that are in it. Explosive barrel, roll a barrel that explodes on impact, dealing 24 damage and igniting the area. Pretty simple, really. So unlike Royale, where you have to place a barrel and then interact with it to push it, I think this, you just straight up roll it as soon as you use it. You don't need to place it and then roll it. Vampiric Potion, used a couple of times. Drink to increase your damage output by 20% and gain 50% life leech for 6 seconds. I think that'll be really strong. Life leech is really good. And in conjunction with the increased damage output, you're going to be healing for a decent amount. So you can... this will make trades go in your favor much, much easier. Rabbit Potion. I took it, but I didn't actually use it in the round that I took it. But I think this will be another pretty OP consumable. It's kind of a get out of jail free card for anyone who takes it. Drink to break out of any negative effect. So I haven't tested, but I'm pretty sure even when you're CC'd, so if you're petrified or incapped and you can see some big stuff coming your way, you can drink this even while CC'd to break out of that CC and then escape. While you're in Rabbit, you gain 50% increased move speed and can hop twice. And also, something to note, those hops are iframes. So if you time them right to hop, you can dodge any damage incoming, as well as getting the sort of increased move speed to run away. So yeah, and only a 0.1 second cast time, which is why I think that will be pretty annoying to play against. Finally, Rocket Booster, similar to Royale, but with less range. And you need to actually hit them into a wall to get the stun. Dash forward and grab the first enemy hit. Do 6 damage and stun them if you hit a wall. So that is the Armory. In essence, okay, there's Overload. Heal yourself for 20% of your missing health, boost damage and healing output, and move speed, all that good stuff. So I guess similar to like, you know, this shows how many charges. I've got 3 charges for that. If you're in a 3v3 and both of your allies die before you've used the first charge of Overload, I imagine it will show sort of a 2 there. Let's get a few more matches in before the time is up. I think we've got around 30 minutes left for the. Let me try Croak again.
Choice.
Now that I've got my keybinds set up correctly. How are we doing on the season quests? Oops. So there's definitely a lot more to think about now. Like, it's not just right picks and sort of comp picks. Getting your item build, you know, it's not quite to the level as other MOBAs like League of Legends or Dota or whatever, which have really complicated item builds and metas built around that. But it's definitely something more to think about. You know, how your items synergize with your team, how they synergize against the enemy team. So let's go. So for round 1. Let's try Void Reaper.
I vanish. I speak.
So they took here Heart of Battlepass, and Jolting Amulet.
2,
We'll get good
1,
use today.
fight.
My teams both took Time Stone Pendant. Okay.
Your team won the orb.
There's the Heart of Battlepass.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Ouch.
I gotta do all the work. Ultimate ready! Baby play!
New Pearl.
Enemy team won the orb.
Ooh, that's gonna
Death
hurt.
vortex incoming.
New Pearl visuals for her ultimate. That's pretty cool.
Round lost.
A fine Battlerite.
Let's take Wind and the Heart seems pretty good actually. The times people have used it against me when they go invulnerable is kind of annoying.
1, fight.
Look at the froggy running.
Your team claimed the orb.
Ultimate ready.
Your team won the orb.
Speedy. Okay, right, yeah, definitely feel the new speed increase there.
Taste this.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Can't hide from me.
Damn it. The move speed with overload is pretty impressive as well. Like, you can definitely
Round
zoom
lost.
around and dodge stuff.
Through new light.
Last one, let's go. Move speed, champ blade, and vampiric.
Three,
They
two,
took.
1, fight.
There's so much to keep track of now. Oof, he got me.
Your team won the orb.
Ultimate ready. Special delivery.
Enemy team claimed the orb. Your team claimed the orb. Death vortex approaching. Enemy team won the orb.
Reach the dawn.
God.
Enemy team claimed the orb. Defeat.
Pass the trials.
It's worse. No. Battlepass boost. 50% boost. Right. Let's try Lucy. with that sexy
I
new
love the
skin.
smell of alchemy.
Outfits. Ah, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Oh God, what do I take for Lucy? That one. That one. That one. No, that one. And then let's go with the Crown of Power. So Lucy in the back line. Just throw heals.
Ooh, it's starting.
3, 2, 1, fight! Enemy team won the orb. Your team won the orb.
Oops.
Ready, set, go.
The death vortex is incoming.
There we go.
Round 1.
Victory is mine.
It's a Crown of Power shows in the protection as well. I guess that's just the shield. Let's take that again.
Good job.
And also... what haven't we tried yet? Oh yeah, Jolting Amulet. So I can have the old roll after goo.
Three, 2, 1, fight! Enemy team claimed the orb. Enemy team won the orb. Your team won the orb.
Not doing a lot, but
Round
just keeping my
1.
teammate alive,
A glorious hunt.
giving him Revitalize, increased damage. That's what you need to do. Let's do that again. Let's go crown. And for the last one, let's take a barrel. We haven't tried those yet. So we've got Quick Blade, Champion's Blade,
3, 2,
Crown, Umbrella,
1,
and Salves. I don't think they used Salves at all last time. Oh no, my shield!
Your team claimed the orb.
Ultimate ready! Eureka!
Your team won the orb.
Oh yeah, still got my barrels. Let's...
Sleep tight!
Oh, the barrel kill! I assume it was a barrel kill.
Enemy player has disconnected.
Ah, what a bad sport. Salty over the barrel kill.
Death vortex approaching. Victory.
I'm just so amazingly awesome at this.
Explosive barrel, 134 damage. Holy cow. Wait. Where's the scoreboard? These are the average. Average values, which should be in the scoreboard there. Okay, another bug. Just have to sit it out until the server closes, I think. Or can I? Could leave like that. Oh, maybe that's why, because servers are closed. RIP. So that's it for now. That was a first look at the upcoming changes in the Battlerite Big Patch TM trademark Battlerite 2.0. Honestly, at first look, it feels really interesting. I think the addition of the armory with the consumables and the equipment definitely changes up what you have to think about in terms of your build. So it's not just about Battlerites, but sort of you know, what items and consumables you take. And I like the fact that you change round to round as well. You know, that's what a lot of people were sort of asking for, what they liked about the old Battlerite system before they changed it to the loadout, where you used to have to, you picked a new Battlerite each round. So, you know, you kind of got that feeling of progression as you went through the match. So this armory, where you can choose up to 3 items, progressing sort of each round, brings that feeling back, and it adds more complexity, it adds more depth, there's more decision making. So that's really interesting. I think Overload, I only used it a couple of times, but again, seems like an interesting mechanic, and I think it does fit well in Battlerite. You know, a lot of people like to compare Battlerite more to a fighting game than to a MOBA. You know, even though it's top-down isometric perspective with champions and abilities, like a lot of MOBAs, the actual sort of gameplay feel is more reminiscent of a fighting game where it's all about the team fights. It's all about outplaying your opponent by, baiting out their cooldowns and mechanically outplaying. And I think a mechanic like Overload fits that theme pretty well. So it'll be interesting to play more of it. Definitely excited for the 19th when this patch releases. Nothing seemed overly obviously OP from what I saw so far. I didn't see a single rabbit potion used, actually. I thought, reading the patch notes beforehand and seeing what rabbit potion does, I thought that would be more widespread. And I think once people get a bit more used to it and start playing around with item builds and things, I think it will come into play more. But interesting, I didn't see it used a single time in this session. Other than that, anything else? Battle Pass looks really cool. New cosmetics, awesome. Happy to give SLS some money for the premium. It seems pretty good value, and they've been probably overly generous with the amount of skins they've given away for free previously. So they're a company and they need to make money. This is a free-to-play game, so I'll be happy to support them with that. But that's it for this Battle Arena public test. Coming up, there is a test for Royale as well, so I might do a bit of playing around in that. We'll see. But until then, thanks for watching. Do I have to do the cringy YouTube outro? Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit that like button, share with your friends, tell your parents, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time.